Wow, so you want it all. You want all the love and all the enthusiasm, all the inspiration. You get
I know, so that I can put it in a book.
You get it. You get
I'll
it.
put that in a book. Yeah.
All right. Let me start maybe, shall I start?
Yeah.
Thank you. With the people. Everything started with the people, and everything started with Sorop, who met Alexander and who met Boisbuchet a couple of times and who was inspired by the place apparently, and who is such a warm, inspired and inspiring person, full of enthusiasm, full of mission, and so much energy, which is I find incredible. I'm full of respect for this person, what he does in India, what he brings to Boisbuchet. It's an honor to work with him, and it gives us in Boisbuchet an additional layer of meaning of what we are doing and a very nice perspective for the future. I see a big potential in this project and in further cooperation with TDV. Then there is you, Mridu, who were always the anchor of the project, who kept all the threads together and threw many more threads back. Again, an overwhelming strength. No, really, very, very strong. I don't want to make it very long, don't worry. No, but it's really, to meet the people is for me the most important and the most lasting, for sure the most lasting thing, even if the architecture lasts longer, and for me the most important thing in this project. And that embraces, of course, all the participants, the students, who were so sweet, so warm-hearted again, especially after this initial encounter where we both thought, oh goodness, how shall that be? That nobody was talking a word, they were so afraid and shy. And then after, I mean literally after 1 hour after the other, they got warmer, because it was fucking cold, but then it was really getting warmer and warmer in that restaurant room, and they became family. Within 10 days we feel the TDV team and the students and Boisbuchet team became really one very nice family.
You see, I discovered India. I heard always about it, or the culture, when I was in the Eames office. It was everywhere on the walls. The photos Ray and Charles did. So yes, I know about the existence. I knew about the existence and the culture. But the discovery was really thanks to Saurabh, who invited me to come to India. I remember the first night in a hotel mixed out of all the imagination of the future and a warm Indian reception, the colors, the carpet. So this mixture of very different styles of living in Delhi, and the history was a great surprise for me, and I had the chance to travel with Midru to various cities, and of course I mentioned the trip on the countryside in the car was a non-stopping action film around about 8 hours long, and I will never forget it. So out of this variation of different experience, we are just very happy that we know you and that we met, and that it looks like we are going to install something for the future, which has this based on this human relationship, and I'm curious what is happening next, but I think we have enough projects and ideas to fill it with a very rich ideas and activities.
Now the pavilion, I must say I was rather skeptical in the beginning. Then I saw the first drawings and I was very enthusiastic, and I thought it's perfect. I thought the place is perfect here in Boisbuchet. Then for some reason I was again very skeptical, and I thought, oh goodness, it's not going to work. It's going to be too dominant here in the surrounding, where it's so visible from all the different angles. What is the function of the whole thing? I was very unsure. And then after the first poles, the metal poles had been in place, I started to see the thing. And really, I'm not so bad in imagination normally, but here I really had there was a big difference between the imagination and the drawings and then the real experience, which grew day by day into something more concrete, and step by step into something which makes more and more sense. And I realized at a certain point that it really reflects very nicely the existing pavilion by Markus Heinsdorf. It reflects the topography of Boisbuchet, the traditional landscape park. It has a lot of layers of meaning which have to do with Indian culture, with people. I talked also with Saurabh about it. I feel it is a statement about personal relationship, about democracy. The Poles are actually like human beings, and I even, thinking about democracy, realized, one could even see some relationship or some connotation of the Acropolis in Athena with this juxtaposition of elements, the slight elevation, the approach, the indirect approach, the step-by-step situation, etc., etc. And the transparency of the whole thing, plus the colors reflect everything. The colors reflect to the historical buildings, the bricks integrated there. So in the end, I'm more than happy with the results. But again, I'm worried how it is going to be continue. So I mean, I should learn from this experience and be more confident. But again, I'm worried, but I'm looking also very much forward to the next steps of developing this project.
Yeah. No, I'm also, but I didn't have problems in the beginning. But of course, seeing the growing of the construction and seeing the dimensions, I'm sure we can use it for multiple activities, and it fits very well to this kind of atrium, inside, outside. This is always a subject of our workshop, and it's integrated in the nature, which is the most important thing. I think the selection of the site was good. Markus Heinsdorf, who developed this first refugee construction, will be probably very happy about the final use of his social project, which will be really enlarged in its meaning. So it's perfect. We are really happy.